What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk channel. We discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So on today's episode, I'm going to discuss why being wealthy makes you high value, for men in particular. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. They're able to keep pushing these videos out, give you leverage to better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why do I say that being wealthy or becoming wealthy makes you high value? So like I said, I'm catering this to men because this doesn't have anything to do with women when it comes to high value. When you attain a certain amount of wealth as a man, you literally can do whatever you want to do. There's no debate about that. And a lot of women may be upset at what I'm saying when it comes to this, but it's actual fact. Like once you make a certain amount of money, like you literally can do what you want to do. And there are a lot of women that will put their morals to the side, to stay with that man, or turn a blind eye with certain things that he may do in his life, right? Now, one thing I will say is that I don't condone bad behavior, so I mean, I'm not saying that, that they're right by, these men are right by doing what they're doing as far as like, for lack of better words, treating that woman badly in their opinion, right? But I'm a realist, and I mean, I'm all about facts, right? And it's just a real thing, what I'm saying? The more money you make as a man, you can literally do what you want to do in life, what I'm saying? And that's what makes you high value, because I said this on the channel before. What you make as income and what you have as wealth is one of the main things that women look to when it comes to being secure and having security for themselves and for their kids. You know what I'm saying? Provided that they have kids before you meet them, right? So a person making $50,000, a guy making $50,000 versus a guy making $200,000. I promise you, the guy that's making $200,000 can do a little bit more outside of the relationship than the guy with $50,000 can do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes them high value. Now, I know some folks that maybe come on this channel and say that high value is not tied to your money. It's tied to what your moral is, what your morals are, what your core values, core beliefs are, how you are as a person. Hey, you can say what you want to say, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right now, when it comes to women, that does not make you high value as a man. It just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Guys are considered high value based off of their provisioning, what they can provide for a woman. Bottom line, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. What you can provide for your spouse, for your woman, is what makes you high value, period. Now, if you want to get into the religious thing, we can do that too, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, whether you're religious or you're not religious, does not matter. Your high value is based off what you can provide as provisions, whether it be for as far as monetary or other things, right? Think about how it was, hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago, right? When there wasn't physical money, right? The guys, the men that had a lot of wealth, whether they had like, I don't know, maybe they had like a whole bunch of livestock, they had a whole bunch of land. These guys were considered, the top of at the top of society, right? They may have been kings, they may have been princes, they may have been princes, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? These guys were considered like at the top tier of society, right? And these guys pretty much held a lot of the wealth in that society, and they were able to do what they want to do without consequence. And it's the same thing here in present day. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men out here that have a lot of wealth and they can do what they want to do without consequence. You know what I'm saying? Or it's very limited consequence, right? Money talks. So, I'm not saying for you to build wealth based off of that particular aspect, but that's one of the things that comes with building wealth, right? When you see a lot of guys out here that have a lot of money. Like, in case in point, let's take DC, right? I'm in DC right now. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down, taking a break from my daily walk, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, I walk by money every single day when I walk in DC. And I promise you, there's a lot of men that I walk past, they can do what they want to do versus me. I mean, now I'm not saying I'm broke, but I'm not as wealthy as some of these folks. I just passed the Four Seasons, right? In a hotel here in DC. Now, if you don't know what the Four Seasons is, look up Four Seasons as a hotel on Google and tell me that's not money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I passed by Dave Chappelle, no BS, I passed by Dave Chappelle back in October when he had a show here in DC. He was walking out of the Four Seasons, I was walking at the same time, and I walked literally right past him. He had a little entourage with him, but Four Seasons. Some of the rooms are no less than $1,000 a night, if not more, right? There's a lot of money out here, you know what I'm saying? And these men that have a lot of money can do what they want to do because they consider high value based off of their income, based off what kind of money they have, right? Now, I'm not going to get real in depth with what makes women have value, but one of the main things that make women have value is what they can provide for a man. That's really what it boils down to. Can you provide kids for him? Can you be loyal to him? Can you help him build his business? Are you a person that don't give him a headache? Those what makes women have value, not their money. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I would say that the more money that a woman makes, the less value she has, because the money that she makes is not helping the guy whatsoever. Regardless of whether you think or you feel you can give your man money to help his business or help him move along, that's just not the case, right? I'm gonna give you a little scenario right quick. Well, actually, it was a true story, and I'm gonna let you go, right? So, on Facebook, I'm part of this marriage group on Facebook, right? They put this post up there a couple of days ago, and apparently this post was a true story. So the story was, it was a husband and a wife. The wife had a family member that passed away, and she got an inheritance, thousands of dollars. I'm not exactly sure what the dollar amount was. And so the guy, the husband, had a dream about creating this particular business. So the wife was like, okay, I got the money now, so I give you the money for the business, right? So the guy quit his job and started this business, right? Used most of the money that his wife gave him to start his business, quit his job, all those things, right? Now the guy had a child from a previous relationship before he got married to his wife. Some kind of way, I'm not exactly sure how this happened because it wasn't really explained that thoroughly in the post. But the guy wound up being $10,000 in arrears for child support, right? And apparently, the money that he had, he used all of it for his business, and he didn't have $10,000 in reserve to pay the child support. And he was being threatened with jail time. So he asked his wife, to go ahead and give me some more money to pay for my child support so I could be out of the arrears. Wife said no. The guy wound up going to jail, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of days. And then the wife, I guess she felt bad and she wound up bailing him out. Once he got out, the husband left his wife because she let him go to jail. And a lot of people got on that post and said that the wife was wrong. She should have gave him the $10,000 for his arrears, or at the very least, if he went to jail, he should not have left him in jail for days. She should have went and immediately bailed him out. Now, here's my opinion when it comes to that. He was wrong for asking his wife for the money to begin with. I'm not saying about the business type deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as him asking his wife for money to pay for his child support, not her child, his child, right? And he became $10,000 in arrears in child support. However, his wife had gave him money to start the business that he was working on. So what happened with him using that money to pay his arrears first and then starting his business, right? So that's not a guy of high value at all. First of all, he asked his wife to give him money for the business in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Versus him building himself up and paying for his own business, right? Let alone, being in arrears for child support. So that's the guy right there that could not do what he wanted to do when it came to moving around in this world, especially with his wife. Because I guarantee his wife lost some respect for him when it happened to him. Now, had he been in a position where he could have paid for his own business, started his own business, and would have never been, lacking in child support, then his wife would have had a lot more respect for him. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, a lot of women respect you more when you have more money. It's an uncomfortable truth, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? If you can sustain yourself and not have to ask your wife or your woman for money, the respect level is like here, and the respect level that you have to ask your woman is like down here, right? So anyways, being wealthy makes men have value. So debate me all you want in the comments. It's facts. Being wealthy makes men have value. So get your weight up, get your money up, and become high value. All right? Like, comment, subscribe. I endeavor to keep putting this video out. Keep it leverage. Get better yourselves. Final Fitness and Folk. Triple F, I'm gone.